September 14th, 2004. The $1 Million Baby set was running like clockwork until 2:47 p.m. That's when Tyler Brennan, Hollywood's golden boy with 3 blockbuster hits under his belt, decided to challenge Clint Eastwood's direction in front of the entire crew. What happened next would become legend in Hollywood circles, not just because of what Tyler said, but because of Clint's response. 4 words. 4 simple words that would make Tyler Brennan disappear from Hollywood so completely that even his agent stopped returning his calls. This is the story of the day an actor learned that some directors aren't just filmmakers, they're institutions. And when you disrespect an institution, the institution disrespects you back, permanently. To understand what happened that day, you need to understand Tyler Brennan in 2004. He was 28 years old, devastatingly handsome, and riding the biggest wave of success any young actor had seen in years. His last 3 movies had grossed over $200 million each. Entertainment Weekly had called him the future of American cinema. People magazine had named him sexiest man alive. Tyler Brennan believed his own press. More importantly, he believed that his success gave him the right to question authority, even when that authority was Clint Eastwood. Tyler had gotten used to directors treating him like he was doing them a favor by being in their movies, recalled assistant director Joel Cox, who'd worked with Clint for over 20 years. He'd forgotten that respect has to be earned, not demanded. The role Tyler was playing in $1 Million Baby was relatively small, a cocky young boxer who underestimated Hilary Swank's character. It should have been an easy paycheck for a few weeks of work, but Tyler saw it as an opportunity to collaborate with one of Hollywood's legends to bring his own vision to the character. Clint Eastwood saw it very differently. Clint doesn't do collaboration, explained Morgan Freeman, who was also in the film. He does direction. You either trust his vision or you find another movie. The warning signs had been building for days. Tyler would suggest changes to his dialogue. Clint would listen politely, then say, "We're shooting it as written." Tyler would question his character's motivation. Clint would explain it once, then move on. Tyler would ask to try different approaches to scenes. Clint would let him do one take his way, then say, "Now let's do it right." Each time Tyler's frustration grew. He wasn't used to being dismissed. He wasn't used to directors who didn't want his input. September 14th started like any other day of shooting. The scene was simple. Tyler's character was supposed to trash-talk Hilary Swank's character before their fight, trying to intimidate her with crude comments about women not belonging in boxing. It was deliberately ugly dialogue, designed to make the audience hate Tyler's character and root for Hilary even more. But Tyler had a problem with it. "This dialogue makes my character look like a misogynist," Tyler complained during the morning script read-through. "I don't think audiences will connect with that." Clint looked at him over his reading glasses. "That's the point. You're the villain. But I'm concerned about my image." "Your image," Clint interrupted, "is whatever serves the story." Tyler nodded, but everyone could see he wasn't satisfied with the answer. The first take went fine. Tyler delivered the lines as written, Hilary responded perfectly, and Clint called cut. "Good," Clint said. "Let's move on to the next setup." That's when Tyler made his mistake. "Actually, Clint, I'd like to try that scene again. I have some ideas about how to make it more nuanced." The set went quiet. In 20-plus years of working with Clint, Joel Cox had never heard an actor ask for a retake after Clint had approved a scene. "The scene's fine," Clint said simply. "I understand, but I really think I can bring something special to it if you give me another shot." Clint studied Tyler for a moment. "What did you have in mind?" Tyler launched into a detailed explanation of how he wanted to play the character as more conflicted, more sympathetic, someone the audience might actually root for despite his flaws. When he finished, Clint was quiet for a long time. "Tyler," Clint finally said, "do you know why I cast you in this role? Because you thought I could bring depth to— I cast you because you look like the kind of pretty boy who would underestimate a woman fighter. That's it. Your job is to be arrogant, get beaten up, and make Maggie look good doing it." Tyler's face flushed. Being reduced to just his looks in front of the entire crew was humiliating. With respect, I think I can offer more than that. With respect, Clint replied. I didn't ask what you think. The temperature on the set dropped 10 degrees. Cast and crew members exchanged glances. This was heading somewhere dangerous. Tyler should have backed down, should have apologized and moved on to the next scene. Instead, he doubled down. Look, Clint, I appreciate your experience, but filmmaking has evolved since the 1970s. Audiences expect more complexity from characters now. They want to see layers, nuance. Cut, Clint said quietly. Tyler stopped talking, thinking they were about to shoot another take. Not the scene. Clint clarified. You're cut from the movie. Tyler laughed, thinking it was a joke. Come on, Clint. Joel. Clint called to his assistant director. Call the casting director. We need a replacement for Tyler's role. Today, the realization that Clint was serious hit Tyler like a physical blow. You can't be serious. We're halfway through shooting my scenes. Clint turned to face Tyler directly. When he spoke, his voice was calm, controlled, and carried the weight of 40 years in Hollywood. I've been making movies since before you were born. I've directed 38 films, 4 of them won Academy Awards for Best Picture. I've worked with every major actor, and they all understand one simple rule. Tyler waited, his face pale. The director directs, the actor acts. When you forget that, you stop being an actor and start being a problem. And I don't work with problems, but this could ruin my career. That's when Clint delivered the 4 words that would become Hollywood legend. You did that yourself. The simplicity of it was devastating. No anger, no drama, no threats, just a statement of fact, delivered with the quiet authority of a man who'd earned the right to make such judgments. Tyler stood there for a moment, processing what had just happened. Around him, crew members were looking anywhere but at him, embarrassed to witness his professional execution. Clint, please, can we talk about this privately? There's nothing to talk about. Security will escort you to your trailer to collect your things. Your agent will be called within the hour. Tyler made one last desperate attempt. Do you have any idea how much money I've made for studios? How many fans I have? Clint's response was delivered with the same calm tone, but it cut deeper than any shout could have. You had fans. You had a career. Past tense. Security appeared as if they'd been waiting in the wings. Tyler was escorted off the set without another word. The cast and crew stood in stunned silence as Tyler Brennan, one of Hollywood's biggest stars, was led away like a fired office worker. What? Clint turned back to Joel Cox. How long to get a replacement? Give me 2 hours. Good. Let's break for lunch. Back at 3 p.m. with our new actor. That was it. No dramatic speeches, no explanations to the cast. Clint had eliminated a problem and moved on, the way he'd been doing for decades. What happened next proved that Clint Eastwood's influence in Hollywood went far beyond just directing movies. Tyler's agent received a call within the hour, as promised, but it wasn't just about Tyler being fired from $1 Million Baby. Word had already spread through the industry about what had happened on Clint's set. Tyler became toxic overnight, recalled talent agent Michael Ovitz years later. When Clint Eastwood publicly fires you for being unprofessional, every other director in town takes notice. Tyler's next 3 scheduled projects mysteriously found reasons to replace him. Creative differences, scheduling conflicts, going in a different direction. Within 6 months, Tyler Brennan went from being offered leading roles in major studio films to auditioning for supporting parts in independent movies. Within a year, he was doing guest spots on television series. Within 2 years, he was completely out of Hollywood, working in regional theater in Ohio. Clint didn't just fire Tyler, explained director Ron Howard, who was friends with both men. He sent a message to every actor in Hollywood: respect the process or find a new career. The replacement actor for Tyler's role was cast within 2 hours. Just as Joel Cox had promised, A young unknown who delivered his lines exactly as written, took direction without question, and was grateful for the opportunity to work with Clint Eastwood. The movie went on to win 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director for Clint. Tyler Brennan watched the ceremony from his apartment in Columbus, Ohio, where he was performing in a community theater discussion of our town. Years later, entertainment journalists would try to get Tyler to talk about what happened on the $1 Million Baby set. He always declined, but in 2019, 15 years after the incident, Tyler finally broke his silence in an interview with a small theater magazine. "I was young, I was arrogant, and I thought my success meant I could question anyone's authority," Tyler said. "Clint taught me that respect isn't about age or experience, it's about understanding your role and doing it well. I forgot that my job was to serve the story, not to rewrite it. And when you forget your job in Hollywood, Hollywood forgets about you." Tyler never made another major motion picture. He continued working in regional theater, eventually becoming a respected acting teacher in Ohio. But he never forgot the lesson Clint Eastwood taught him with 4 simple words. The story of Tyler Brennan became legendary in Hollywood, not just as a cautionary tale about respecting directors, but as an example of how power really works in the entertainment industry. It's not about box office numbers, or magazine covers, or awards. It's about professionalism, respect, and understanding that everyone, no matter how successful, is replaceable. Clint Eastwood, at 74 years old, had demonstrated that experience and integrity still mattered more than youth and box office appeal. "You did that yourself." 4 words that ended a career and sent a message to every actor in Hollywood. The director's word is final. September 14, 2004, an actor forgot his place and learned that in Hollywood, nobody is too big to fall. And when you fall from grace in front of Clint Eastwood, you don't get back up. The set of $1 Million Baby finished filming on schedule. Tyler Brennan disappeared from Hollywood forever. Some lessons are learned quickly, others cost you everything. Tyler learned his lesson 4 words too late. If this story taught you something about respect and professionalism, hit that subscribe button. We're telling the Clint Eastwood stories that show what real authority looks like. Drop a like if you think Tyler got what he deserved, and in the comments, what would you have done in Tyler's position? More legendary Clint Eastwood stories tomorrow. The moments that made him untouchable.